Coach Zeke Jones, Dave Schultz competition today, the men's freestyle. A lot of countries here, a lot of young Americans wrestling. What's your overall thought about the Americans' performance today?
Well, I think it was good. You know, we had a 2-week training camp that culminated in the Dave Schultz tournament. I like, where we're at. I think we're making progress. I think the young kids did a nice job today. We need that youth injection within the program, and I think it showed up today.
Frank Mullenauer, outstanding wrestler. He's been very active this year in freestyle, trying to learn the sport. Your thoughts about his ability to come out with a win today?
Yeah, well, he's focused. He really wants to, make this his priority, and has shown that through the fall and the winter. So, we're committed to helping him get there. I think he's got some work to do. I think he'd be the first guy to tell you that. But you beat a guy like Franklin Gomez, that tells you you're in the ball game.
So we move on up a little bit, and John Reeder's won it 2 years in a row here. Has big goals and dreams for himself as early as this year. Your thoughts about John?
Yeah, I think he came off an injury from last summer, fall, and he looks good. He looks like he's in good form. I think he's a little rusty in some spots, but overall, great gut wrench on top. Leg attack looks solid. He's penetrating probably better than I've ever seen in the last year or two for sure. And so I think John's on track, and no one can ever question John's drive, work ethic, and love for the sport, and it showed today.
So Terrell Fortune, he was number 2 last year, first full year wrestling on the senior level in freestyle. He's a half year farther along. He wins the Schultz.
Yeah, obviously he's got a bright future too, right? He shows all the talent and tools to be able to win at the next level. Got to work, some small things, hand fighting, controlling the tie-up, but those things will come with time as he wrestles at, at the highest level, the pros. But I like where he's at. We're taking him to France, leaving tomorrow. He'll be ready to compete next weekend again, and so we're looking forward to seeing him do well.
Now, saw Coleman Scott back on the mat, your Olympic medalist. Ended up 4th here. Hasn't wrestled since he got injured in the trials last year. It was pretty bad injury and took a little bit of rehab time. Your thoughts about his comeback? And obviously he still wants to be part of the U.S. championship teams.
Yeah, rusty right now, hasn't competed really, and he can't even use the world team trials because he wrestled 30 seconds of one match.
Right.
So he really hasn't wrestled for 8 months. So you can see some rust. I think there's some things going on in his head as he's wrestling, just maybe some nerves. Hadn't competed in a while, weight down for the first time, obviously a good weight class. So I think there's some things there, but he needed this tournament. This tournament was critical for him and his preparation of getting ready to, head into the Open and the trials. Of course, he's going to be competing this winter. I think he's got some work to do. Would have liked to seen him with us at camp. We didn't have him, but we'll get some work done with him here coming up soon.
Now you're going to have a real busy month or so, taking guys all over the world. More guys wrestling overseas than maybe we've ever had in freestyle. What kind of goals do you have now that Schultz is over and you're going to be doing the tour?
Well, yeah. it's the second year of the cycle, so we're not even to the halfway point. We're in the front half of the quad. It's important that we build the pipeline. We have over 60 wrestlers going on tour. I think that's got to be a record, or at least as most I've seen since I've been around. And it's good. So that means that we've got Americans competing. We're able to get them to the places they need to go. And they're not just going. They're going for a week and 2-week training camps on top of these tournaments that they're going to. So the experience we should come home in March with should be excellent. But it's just the pipeline. Ultimately, what the pipeline needs to lead to is gold medals, and that's what we're going to see in February. We're going to see how we perform. We'll have some evaluation of the February competition, and then get back in March and get to the World Cup.
Yeah, World Cup will be a big one here in the United States. Now, you wrestled a bunch of World Cups, many that were held on our soil. We haven't had it here since, gosh, it's been over a decade. How excited are you to bring your American team out in front of American fans in such an important event?
Well, I've been pestering, Mr. Bender there for a while, try to get World Cup, and we were able to finally get it done. Andy Barth beat the Streets LA is the reason why we're having it, and it's critical that we wrestle the best foreigners on American soil. Since I've been in the program coaching, we've been going overseas all the time. So it's nice that they're going to have to come to us at a high-level competition where we get to wrestle them on our terms and our environment and our arena. So that's big. There's a bullseye on that World Cup, and we need to hit it right in the center.
Well, great day, and have real successful trip, Zeke. We won't be seeing you for a little bit.
Yeah, you'll see us in March, Gary.
Okay.
We'll see you.
Well,
Bye-bye.
thank you.
Thanks.